Hello, my name is William Gant. I am the co-owner of Escape Tactics LLC. We are the creators of the escape room here in Wenatchee, along with a couple of different escape room services and activities here in the Wenatchee Valley. Yes, I think the biggest thing that I always tell people is, and I know it sounds exciting in terms of a wow, is I help companies make more money. Sounds really ambiguous, but in general, through team building experiences and activities, we help companies generate more revenue by providing experiences, helping company efficiency, increasing efficiency through team building experiences. And then second, we unite communities by providing indoor, exciting, fun activities. So taking a step back, how many of you here have done the escape room? Awesome. So I say that because eventually I'll bring it up later. How many of you have not heard of the escape room? Okay, that's actually better than I thought, and that's okay. And the thing is, amazingly enough, that's going to lead into where my big question for everybody is yes, we've only been open for a year now. We actually opened in July 8th of last year. We moved to the area, my business partner and I, in January. And yeah, I think it's just been something amazing. So taking a step back, I grew up on the East Coast. I always wanted to own a business. Growing up, I was always like, I want to do something that helps communities. I want to do something that's driven, that gives a service that provides back to the community. At the time, it was all sorts of different things. Later would you know that I'm putting people in a room, testing their abilities, and basically doing an escape room now. So in general, it was always my lifetime dream to own a business that would bring back or help the community. So I used to live in Shanghai, China. I lived there for 3 years, where I did my first escape room experience, and it was just amazing. There's this opportunity for people to communicate and work together as a team, solving a common goal while having fun, realizing that you're using your brain, that you're thinking, that you're working as a team to escape. And so at the end of the day, you're like, wow, that was really fun. Oh wait, we used our brains, that's exciting. And so that was something for me that I thought was so amazing. Oh my gosh, there's something that's perfect for family and friends, perfect for companies, to do something that's exhilarating, exciting, and still mentally stimulating. That's not just a regular indoor recreation. So I did that in China. I knew this is what I wanted to do. I also met my business partner in China. We eventually would move back stateside, open an escape room in Florida, and then ready to expand, visiting the Wenatchee Valley, looking around, going around to people, excited, fell in love with the area. I've always been a mountains kind of person. But it was the biggest thing was there's this demand, this lack of indoor recreation. So that kind of drove us to Wenatchee. We'd go around and we'd ask people, like, what do you guys do for fun? What is there to do? The escape room started because our foundation is family and team building. We strongly believe that it's impossible. You cannot do it by yourself, like nothing. Now, you always say that you can do it by yourself. I'll have companies come to do the escape room, and it's just apparent. You can't. You need help. You need the support of your team, of your community, and everything like that. So our foundation is that, team building. I just want to bring communities together. I wanted to offer a service in a city, specifically Wenatchee, where I felt welcome. I felt like it was a beautiful place. I felt like people were very welcome to me, and I wanted to drive more traffic into Wenatchee, help local businesses increase their team efficiency through activities and experiences. So that's where the drive to come to Wenatchee was. It was a perfect place to establish a home, to start something to grow. So that kind of leads into why we are here in Wenatchee. My big thing is team building. So we cater to families and friends and companies, but in general, we want to help you as employers, as employees, have fun. Has anybody heard of Fun Works? It was a book that was written by Leslie Yerkes. Has anybody ever heard of it or read it? Basically, the whole book surrounds around the teams that play together tend to work together better. And it's a whole story about Southwest Airlines and Pike Place and how these companies and organizations were at a point in downfall. And through changing the workplace environment, providing fun activities, providing stimulating, exciting opportunities for their staff, they turned around and would become the companies they are today, to become successful. So basically, that's it. It sounds so simple, but you can come as a company, as a team. We stress that having fun, working together, not only makes you happier, but in general makes your company happier. So we really stress team building. So that's a big thing in the Wenatchee Valley is we want, and so my question to you guys in a sense is, I want to know more from you. How can, or what will make you want team building activities? So let me just kind of rephrase it a little bit more. There are plenty of companies. I would say about 35% of our clients are companies. Are companies looking to do team building or just fun activities? And we want to increase that. So speaking to people who are employers or employees, what would make you want to do a team building experience? You know, would you like to see materials? Do you want to see more? What could I do and get to attract your attention to do a team building activity? And then the second thing is, why would you choose us? What could I do to make you more educated about escape rooms, to make you more aware of what we do and what we can do to help you, your company, grow? But in general, what can we provide you that will educate you? Because again, the topic of escape rooms and what we do is very challenging. People say, well, what is an escape room, right? Well, we offer these very themed rooms to help you and your team solve all the puzzles, find clues to escape in fewer than 60 minutes. In this environment where you have to communicate, work together. So my question is that we want to have more team building exercises. We want more business. Most companies do, but I want more team building. So what can I give to you that would make you more interested to do a team building exercise, let alone choose us as the escape room? Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing is we do a lot of local marketing. It's all great. We do a lot of tourism, bring a lot of people from Moses Lake and Ellensburg to come into town, which is always very exciting because that's the whole point. They're not just going to come here to do the experience. They're going to come here to shop, to eat, to stay. So I love that. But I want to drive more of the local companies to do the escape room to help you guys. So that's my big thing is that. Yeah.
So I know about your company,
Okay.
I'm interested, you know, in one of the answers to your questions, I think you're doing it, you're talking about it. So I think that the fact that not everyone in here raised their hand because they don't know about you is wonderful. You've been here 1 year, so congratulations.
Thank you.
I think it's just more of this, of what you're doing. And, you know, I haven't got my hands on paperwork, it's probably out there, but as an employer who's looking for ways to bring staff together, to relieve stress, and you know, in the workplace, build more teamwork. I think it would be a perfect thing, and I just need to see what's available, and
Absolutely.
And that's it.
So where would you look? If you're trying to find it, where would you look? Would you Google escape rooms?
You know, I don't know. I think that's pretty busy.
Absolutely.
So I don't know the answer to that. I think it might be on you to hit sites that are grouped of people. You know,
Absolutely.
The chamber, you know, any of the nonprofit types of, you know, the
Yeah.
foundation. You know, anybody that'll take your information or send it along, and you can always use it.
Absolutely. And I do love your response. By the way, to be honest with you, I was shocked in the response of the people and the number of you as professionals that have heard, because actually I'll go to locations, which is amazing, because that was my biggest issue is word of mouth is huge. As long as we have a good experience, people will have it. But I was really surprised that I'll go to people, and I would say only about 50% of the people that I speak to in the community know. But in this community, in this area, was really great. And so it was very kind of inspiring to me to remember that maybe my goals are less about who knows about me and how to really push the rest. Yeah. Yes, please.
Just some feedback. One thing that kind of really spoke out to me was when you used the example of that book and Southwest Airlines and Pike Marketplace, because I think looking at it from a business perspective, it's like, oh, here's some successful companies or successful organizations, and that really had resonated.
And I was trying, I wanted to talk more about it, but I was like, honestly, in the environment and trying to get through. But yeah, I do appreciate that, because that's actually something I would love to push. Employee retainment and all those things are huge with that. But I wanted to hear that because it's true. I haven't done the, let's say, packets, but I would love to. I would love to go business to business and dropping off information that would make sense. Absolutely. Please.
You know about the local Human Resources Association, the Apple Valley HRB?
No.
Would be a really great place for you to go because they're doing human resources and they have monthly meetings and they have presenters, which if you presented, you would want to not be like a total pitch. You would be presenting about how teamwork helps groups. And by the way, I have this business.
Absolutely.
But you might want to contact, because they would be the people who work for the bigger companies that might be more likely to do that. Definitely.
Yeah, I've heard of them. The thing is, I haven't gotten into that, and that's something, glad that you're reminding me of that. Thank you so much. Yes.
Do you provide on-site services, or does the company have to come to these?
Thank you. Yes. So I know I have a limited time. So there are many services that we do. Now, people tend to come to our location because it's more convenient. We can accommodate up to 14 players. So in general, we have 2 rooms, 2 different scenarios, up to 14 players within a given time period. Yes, we are now in the transition, which is why I stress leadership. We come to your business. We have a 30-minute experience that we've kind of brought down into just 30 minutes where we can come to your business, set up in your conference room, and actually run team building activities. And we would give about a 20-minute leadership speech before and after. Have you complete a leadership test before, have you complete the experience for 30 minutes, and then kind of break down what you've done correctly, what you do, who's the achiever, who's everything like that. So actually now is where we just finished everything and leading it. So yes, we're doing that now.
Awesome. And I don't own a business, I'm a teacher. I was also going to say schools might be a cool area for you.
Absolutely.
And kids go home and tell their parents how amazing something was.
Yeah.
So like even like a student government, that sort of thing, like a team, soccer team could do it.
Yeah, and I think that's a really big outlet to go to, especially teams. You know, volleyball teams and teams. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. Yes.
An observation and then a question.
Sure.
In this community, sometimes a really good tool is testimonials.
Okay.
So companies that you have worked with both in service and at your location would be, I think, really helpful. The second is the question, where are you located?
And it's amazing because unfortunately that's our problem. Actually, it is actually. A lot of people will be like, we can't find you, which I'm always like, haha, it's a mystery in itself. If you can't find us, you're gonna have a problem with the escape room. But without it seeming like a challenge in its own way, we don't want it to be confusing. You don't want to be stressed. Actually, we have beautifully, thank you, 5-star reviews. And some people would be like, couldn't find you, didn't know where you were in a 1920s house, but then the experience was amazing. So yes, I think that's a beautiful thing. We are the house with the purple light and a night outside. So if you come across that, you're like, that's probably the escape room. Yeah. But you're right, I think it's important to make it more aware, make it more transparent, you know, in general.
What is the address?
We're at 415 King Street, so, well, this is also a joke. We're on King Street. We're right next to the courthouse. Next door to us is a counseling center, and we're across from the church. So, in general, if you have problems, you have like kind of a beautiful triangle of, it's all part of fun.
We have so many nonprofits in our area, and building that board camaraderie, I think that would be a great place for you to do. And also churches. I just realized you're across the street from my soup kitchen and my church. Yeah. But churches, I think, as they're trying to build congregations and have family-friendly activities, that I think is an untapped market for you.
Absolutely. So yes, I think we've been very happy. We've had a lot of youth groups during the summer come to do their experiences. We've had a lot of churches to do their team building already. I think the biggest thing is like, you know, it's just trying to figure out the venues, and I think you're right. It's remembering that we should continue to reach out, use the testimonials that you're discussing, because the thing is we have lots of feedback. On my website, I have plenty of logos from all the companies that have come to do the experiences. I think it's beautiful. But you're right, getting a pamphlet together, having testimonials, talking about how it's beneficial, reaching out to the organizations that we know want to benefit from it. So really, it's just kind of coming together. So yes, actually, thank you, everybody. Sir.
Will, have you ever thought about partnering with any like local hotels where there's business meetings?
Absolutely. So surprisingly, and I think that's hard thing is because when people look at me, well, they don't know who's behind the company. A lot of people will look, and until you meet somebody, then you really start to get to know somebody. So Jessica and I, my business partner, you know, it's hard. People think this big organization. Yes, I've reached out to a lot of hotels through the chamber. Beautiful, beautiful network. Thank you so much to the Chamber for being a great resource, where we can offer that. And kind of the team building partnership in that regard is to set up contracts or discussions to say, hey, you're gonna have all these teams coming in. How can we work with you to discuss that? Unfortunately, I reach out a lot. I don't get anybody responding. Or they'll say, oh, of course, and then they'll shake my hand and they'll be like, we would love to do this, and then I'll follow up, and then there's nothing. So I think it's really hard, and maybe I don't know if anybody has an answer for that too, but people trying to continue to build this. I'll go out of my way to go without naming names, to certain hotels, and everybody's all fine and dandy, and we're all shaking hands until the last commitment, and then I don't hear from them ever again. So I don't know if anybody has a suggestion on how to do that, but it's amazing. Like, it's only beneficial to everybody. We're almost providing a service. You can promote us. People want to go to the hotel because they're like, hey, there's games and activities for families and friends, or whatever. So yes, absolutely, I would love that. So we are Leavenworth Chamber members as well. I have rack cards, a little wordy. We're gonna change those. I have the rack cards here today. Yes, rack cards. I would love to have team building brochures, very simple, that we could break down and leave at businesses. I think that would be a great idea in general. I think I'm realizing the material is most important. I partner with people. When I say that, I mean we also have these, when I was talking about the travel, the mobile escape room, the 30-minute experience, actually I work with wineries in Leavenworth where we set up an escape room on site. So one day a week I'm actually running an escape room out of several wineries in Leavenworth. And that's my biggest next goal is, here's the hub, Wenatchee. I want people to come to Wenatchee because they want to do business in Wenatchee. They might not hear about it, they'll stop in Leavenworth, or they'll go to Chelan. But if I can have a satellite location in each of these places, driving traffic to the main hub because you've had a little taste or an experience, or to get familiar that Wenatchee is here, that'd be the goal. So I do lead material, but I also actually have 2 wineries where I will, actually as of Sunday is the first day, run an escape room out of the wineries. But when I went to the city to start my process, who is it? The building director was like, what is this, like Saw? I was like, it's hard when the city starts to say things like that. And you're like, no, we're not scary. We have a monitor, yeah. But right, we're providing indoor positive experiences. And so the name is kind of difficult. So education, that's a big thing, is education, absolutely. Sure.
Are you going to be at the fair?
Look at that, it was almost like it was placed. Yes, so there's a lot of stuff that we do. And the thing is, I think the best thing is when we're talking about never stopping and being inspirational is it's big for us. I don't want to quit. There's so many things I want to do. Actually, on that note as well, we converted the escape room into a Clue-like board game without the board game. So not only do we have the escape room, but we have a game. We sell online nationally. It takes anywhere between 1 to 3 hours. You don't have to time yourself. Anywhere between 1 to 6 players. It's up to you, at your discretion. Everything is online. So along with that is we're always trying to take our brand and expand it out. So we sell a board game on our site. We will be at the NCW Fair, the Chelan County Fair. I'll be at Skagit next week, and we'll be in Oktoberfest. So I put up a 10 by 20 tent where I close it. We set up all these puzzles and themes to be like a Sherlock 30-minute experience. We'll be running escape rooms at fairs. So we'll have the hub here. I'll be transporting the escape room to fairs and festivals. I'm working with local wineries to bring more traffic. I sell the game. So that's just a couple of things. I know it sounds like crazy. You know, we don't like to stop moving, and I just want to grow and work with local businesses to kind of bring that traffic, so yeah.
Is there a way on your website to put a small video of, okay, this is the type of clue you're gonna get, this is how you're gonna open this box? And then maybe when you open it, there's like an invitation or whatever, because they have to watch the whole video.
I think that's exactly right. It goes along with that education part. It's so hard for me to just be stuck into what I'm doing to realize, hey, maybe we can.
Because I think the more people, like regular people that you have come, they're going to tell their bosses about how this is this great experience, and I think our company should go do that. Yeah. Right, Tracy?
The way that you could start this, the business aspect of it, is starting with groups that have those leaders, maybe not just one business, but has just a bunch of leaders that can go back to their businesses and say, this was really cool, I was part of this, we should bring this to our business.
Absolutely.
Like, I know the Chamber does a leadership class, and those are some really great leaders to tap into, the HR group.
Yeah.
So that they can take those to the businesses so it can just expand from there, word of mouth.
Absolutely. I would love to get those resources and those things. So we'll have to, if you do have ideas on networks or organizations, that's a big one as well for me, is let me know if we can either communicate in that sense. Yes, it could be either me reaching out to previous customers who might have been business leaders or employees to do that. You're right. I mean, that's just what it is.
I have a more important question.
Please.
So when are you gonna update the rooms? 'Cause
I know, people ask me that all the time.
And I'm just waiting to come back.
Soon, so fall. The biggest thing is fall. We're gonna be doing the fairs and festivals, and as soon as the fairs and festivals are done, both the rooms will be changed. I have all the ideas already done in the head. Now we just got to convert all the rooms. So once we are finished with fall season, so September, end of September, actually at the end of Oktoberfest. Yes, so I know it's like 2 more months. But that's why we created the escape room box, because we wanted people who have done one or both of the rooms to say, I want to continue that experience. I want to bring back that Sunday night game night. I want people to be able to sit at home and to be able to do that. And that's why we converted that, because you can kind of do that at your own pace. Yes. So we now have 3 team members. So Jessica and myself, and then I have 3 other team members. They're all very part-time. We honestly are in a position where we can't hire anybody full-time, but the thing is we wanted to have members that we could help run fairs or different festivals. So in terms of growth, I will say I'm very pleased to say that I have 3 active staff members.
Sounds like you need people.
Yes, I do a lot. I think that's really the biggest thing as an entrepreneur is I don't want to stop. The day that I sit there and I go, I'm satisfied or convinced is hard. You know, I want to complete as much as I can, get the brand out, because I love what I do. I love escape rooms and I love sharing experiences. I want people to have fun. Like, it's just a great positive environment. We're here to kind of give clues and help. So if there is some negativity, I'm there to kind of transfer that energy, to debrief and tell people how well they've done, because I'm watching the whole time. So yeah, it's just fun.
All right, so Will, we're nearing the end of time. So what can we, I know you've kind of gone through a lot of different things of what you're looking for, but what would you say narrowing down is the most important thing we can do to help support your business?
Overall, I think it's that, giving me feedback, giving me testimonials if you've come. That's a big thing for me, is reviews and testimonials. I'll never tell somebody to come to the business. I'll never tell anybody, you know, I'm not gonna sell to you. You'll either come or you won't. But I would say I love reviews, I love testimonials. I always take feedback. Please tell me what you think. Please reach out to me. If you have or work for an organization, consider the escape room. Let me know what I can provide to you, what I can give to you. Or maybe you're attending an event, or you have knowledge of events and networking groups or other things. I want information. I want to know how I can continue to grow in the community, what I can do to join networking groups or other activities or organizations to continue to spread the word, to spread what I do. So yeah.